Hello and welcome back to the Build It Green Energy Pro modeling of multifamily buildings. In the last video we left off on how to model a basic building tree or basic building model with information given to us from our building analyst. The building analyst did an ASHRAE Level 2 assessment, and with this information we can go ahead and put in detailed components for our Energy Pro simulation or calculation. So when we last left off, we had our building tree built, and now we're going to go into the fine components. We've already put in information about our building, the location, and the orientation and the number of dwelling units. Now we're going to go into the plant icon here. So we have one for the common area and one for the residential. So when you click on the tab section here, you will see information that we will need to input for our calculation. And each section will have a series of tabs related to the water components, whether it be for space heating, space cooling, or for domestic hot water. So starting off, we'll see a heating hot water tab. So if our building had a radiant space heating of some type, we'll go ahead and put in information about that boiler that does the steam or the hot water. So we go ahead and click on our existing boiler here, and the screen will pop up, and we'll put in information about our steam boiler or our hot water boiler. So I went ahead and auto-populated this information. If you don't have that information, or if your analyst was unable to get that information, you can go ahead and use the Energy Pro defaults. And it's best to look in the Title 24 compliance manual to get these defaults based on the system. And if you're unfamiliar with Energy Pro, you can put in the name of the system, the type of system. We have a gas-fired electric resistance, heat pump, or a indirect or solar system. And when you click those different types of systems, you will be asked to input certain information depending on the type of system. So as you can see, my gas fire system is asking me for volume, input, energy factor, and the recovery efficiency. So once that information is inputted, I go ahead and put OK. And if I have more than one type of boiler that is doing the space heating, I will put in that in the multiplier here. And any type of set point temperatures here. I'll also put in information about my pumps used for my space heating system and the type of control. And the temperature set point, that should be given to you from the operator or your building analyst. So our next tab we're going to look into is the chilled water, and that's if we have a chiller system of any type. So you would go ahead and put in the number of chillers, and that populates this icon here, and we'll put in information about our chiller, any information about the pumps as well, for the primary and the secondary. Hydronics tab is if we have a ground source heat pump, and information on our cooling tower systems for our chiller. Our domestic hot water tab is pretty straightforward. It's just like our heating hot water tab. The difference with the domestic hot water and the heating hot water, again, this is only for space heating. Our domestic hot water is for domestic end use. So we'll go ahead and click this existing boiler. Don't get confused from the naming convention. This could be a tank or a boiler. So in this example, we have, let's say we have 25-gallon water heater. And I just gave it the vintage defaults. But this really information should be found from the analyst and be given to you from the analyst. And we only have one tank that's serving this common area. Now looking at our residential, we're going to say that this system does not run on any type of hydronic or space heating hot water space heating system. It doesn't have any chillers, but it does have a boiler that is fueling a central system. You can see here I've already modeled in my Raypack boiler, and I only have one, and it's on a multifamily system. I'll put in information about that pump control and its power and the type of recirculation system that it's on. That is, if it's on a recirculation system, and any information about the piping. The Renewables tab is really if the existing building has any type of solar for space heating or the heating hot water, or for the domestic hot water. And you can also input in your PV information here if the existing system has photovoltaic, but that's not really related to the heating hot water component. Okay, that pretty much wraps this video up on domestic hot water and plant systems that are typically found in residential buildings. And thank you again for watching.